Hey there guys, and welcome back to ToveWow TV. Today I wanted to do a couple of things. First of all, I just wanted to give you guys some updates. I am indeed back from my vacation. I am ready to start making content for you again, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get back on the wagon, but I had to get used to playing WoW again, and I had to settle down, go back to work, and do all that kind of stuff. But I am back now. I don't have the coolest video today, but I do have a video, and I will be working on some new challenges because that's what you guys asked for. But today I just wanted to do a little intro to Mage PvP. I'm going to be showing you how to put out the most damage in the least amount of time, and how to make the most of some of your utility abilities. So for anybody who's skilled, this video is probably not for you. This is, again, an intro to Mage PvP, some of the basics of how mages work. And I'm just going to be showing this to you in a regular battleground. So obviously the people I'm fighting are not of the highest caliber, and I'm probably not playing my best either, but I just wanted to give some mages out there some love, because I know there's so many of them who just really don't know how their class works. And I just wanted to help those people out. So let's get started. Alright, so in this first clip here, I'm just going to show you guys how to do maximum damage when you have all of your abilities. So I go in invisible, I open up with my deep freeze, I hard cast a frostbolt. Right here I could have casted another frostbolt, but I don't. Instead I just use an ice lance, and followed by a second ice lance, which is not necessarily the maximum damage. Immediately afterwards I cone of cold, giving me the opportunity for another shatter. I immediately turn around, hit him with an ice lance, and then I use my frost nova, giving me my third and final shatter. After that, I use my Ice Lance, and it goes for the kill. Here I have a clip of myself killing a Resto Shaman. So I open up with my Deep Freeze, which is an opportunity to put out a lot of burst damage. Immediately after I get off my first Frostbolt and my first Ice Lance, I get a proc of a Fire Frostbolt. So you can see I have 13,000, 17,000, and 26,000 damage all at once, which is a lot of damage. Right here he casts Healing Surge. Towards the end of the cast, after he's used as much casting time as possible, I hit him with a full counterspell, which is a 7-second interrupt. I also at this time have him Frost Nova'd and hit him with an Ice Lance for shatter damage. Finally, right here I have him Cone of Colded, and I hit him for Ice Lance shatter damage there, and then I hard cast a Frostbolt for the killing blow. Here I'm killing another healer, but I have lots of help. I open with a Deep Freeze mid-Healing Surge cast, which cancels his cast, and I also get off a lot of damage. I start with a Frostbolt and an Ice Lance. Next he begins casting Greater Healing Wave, and towards the very end of the cast I use my counterspell. You always want to wait as long as you possibly can within their cast, because that's more time that they spend not casting after they get counterspelled. Once he's in the counterspelled, I have him pre-Cone of Colded, and I hit him with a shatter damage. He finally goes down. In this clip, I'm dealing with a Resto Shaman, a Warrior, and a Hunter. I open with a Cone of Cold on the Resto Shaman and a Frostbolt for damage. Then I hit him with my Deep Freeze. I'm going to put out a lot of damage right here, and I still have my counterspell up for his next move. It's worth noting right there that I casted 2 Frostbolts and then an Ice Lance into that Deep Freeze. That is the maximum output for a Deep Freeze damage series. Right here, he's casted a Healing Surge. I waited till about 75% through the cast, and then I counterspelled him. At this point, he's taking a lot of pressure. I drop a Ring of Frost to keep the Warrior off of me, and I unload all of my burst procs on the Resto Shaman. The Shaman goes down easily, and I stand in the ring of my Ring of Frost to make sure that the Warrior cannot get to me. I get a lucky Frostbolt crit off on the Hunter, and he's almost down. Now we have just a Boomkin to deal with afterwards. The Hunter pops Deterrence, so as soon as the Deterrence gets within about a second of falling off, I start hard casting a Frostbolt, so that as soon as the Deterrence comes off, I will be able to hit him with a Frostbolt. I didn't want to do that with Ice Lance, because Ice Lance can be a real gamble, even if targets are at low health. Finally, I turn around and Deep Freeze the Boomkin. I hit him with a Frostbolt and an Ice Lance, and then I blink to him because he's trying to run away in cat form. After my blink, I hit him with my Frost Firebolt proc, and then I Frost Nova him to the ground to get some shatter damage and to let my teammates catch up. Unfortunately, he now has a paladin healer, and he gets away. The fight goes on at farm, but I'm not going to show it to you. In this final clip, we're at Eye of the Storm, and I pretty much end up having to 1v2 a warrior and a rogue. So I open with a Cone of Cold on the rogue to get him frozen to the ground, and then I immediately hit him with a Deep Freeze. I probably should have gotten off a Shatter hit like an Ice Lance during the Cone of Cold, but I dropped the Deep Freeze anyway because I knew that I would have to worry about the warrior. I never got a second Frostbolt cast off on the Deep Freeze because the warrior charge stunned me. Right here, I drop my Ring of Frost, and I Cone of Cold both of them exactly in the path of the Ring of Frost. This is a solid hit, something that you want to be able to do. At this point, I'm able to just free cast on both players. Both of them are stuck. The warrior charge stuns me, but I blink out of it like it's no problem. Finally, I impact stun the rogue right out of the Ring of Frost. Now, right here, I see that the rogue has my Frost Armor slow on him, so I know that I don't need to use my Frost Nova cooldown, so I simply use a short cooldown of Cone of Cold to stop the warrior in his tracks and eventually get a Deep Freeze on him. Now, at this point, I'm running dangerously low on mana. I don't realize it yet, but I'm used to using Mage Armor in most situations. However, in this situation, Frost Armor benefited me so much because I was fighting 2 melee that I really didn't take the time to pay attention. So when I finally run out of mana, I root both of them to the ground, blink away, and immediately go into invisibility. This is a great example of how Mage utility can totally save your life in a battleground, or even in an arena. So I blink away, I go invisible, and then I hide behind the Fel Reaver while I cast Evocation to get my mana back. Immediately, I throw on my Ice Barrier and blink straight back into combat. Now, my teammates have removed most of what was left of the fight, however, the Warrior and the Rogue are still there. I drop a Deep Freeze and do my basic damage rotation. Once the Warrior goes down, a Paladin shows up, along with many other Alliance. For the rest of the video, I pretty much just do everything I've already said to you guys in this video. So I'm going to let the clip play out because it's a pretty good one. I do a lot of burst damage, and it's pretty great to see how quickly we annihilate this Alliance team at Fel Reaver. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that this had to be so quick and so narrow that, you know, only newbie mages really benefit from this video, but I am going to be working on new stuff shortly. Still working on getting some new equipment so you guys don't have to listen to my voice all crackly and see low quality videos. I know that makes it a pain in the ass to enjoy my content, but I am working on that. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and happy PvPing.